Jennifer Aniston's early life looked glamorous from the outside, but emotionally it was far from steady. Born into a family connected to the entertainment world, she grew up around fame, yet it didn't offer her the sense of safety a child needs. When her parents separated during her early years, it left a lasting impact. Her father's absence created a quiet confusion, while her mother's strict expectations about appearance and behavior added another layer of pressure. Instead of feeling supported, she often felt like she was falling short. These early experiences shaped how she saw herself and the world. She learned to cope by becoming easygoing and humorous, often trying to lighten the mood around her. But beneath that outward charm was a child trying to make sense of instability. These moments didn't just pass, they stayed with her, influencing how she approached relationships, trust, and self-worth for years to come. Finding escape through creativity. As a young girl, Jennifer found comfort in imagination and creativity. Art, storytelling, and performance became her safe spaces, places where she could feel in control when life around her felt uncertain. While other children played carefree, she was already using creativity as a way to process emotions she didn't yet fully understand. Attending performing arts school gave her a sense of belonging she hadn't consistently felt at home. Acting wasn't just a hobby, it became a way to express truth and vulnerability. It allowed her to explore feelings she couldn't always put into words. Over time, this passion deepened into something more serious. Acting demanded honesty, and that honesty required her to face parts of herself she had kept hidden. These early lessons would later become the foundation of her career, but at the time, it was simply a way to feel seen and grounded in a world that often felt unstable. The struggle before success. Before fame, Jennifer faced years of uncertainty and quiet struggle. After finishing her education, she moved into a phase of life filled with small jobs and constant auditions. She worked in restaurants, took on temporary roles, and did whatever she could to support herself while chasing her dream. Progress was slow, and rejection became a regular part of her life. Each opportunity felt temporary, and nothing seemed to truly stick. There were moments when doubt crept in, not loudly but gradually, making her question how long she could continue. It wasn't a dramatic breaking point, but rather a steady exhaustion that built over time. Still, she kept going, not because it was easy, but because she wasn't ready to give up. That persistence, even in the face of uncertainty, became one of her defining qualities. It was during this period that she developed the resilience that would later carry her through both success and personal challenges. A turning point that changed everything. Sometimes, life shifts in the most unexpected moments. For Jennifer, one such moment came when someone recognized her potential and encouraged her to keep going. It wasn't a grand opportunity at first, but it was enough to reignite her belief in herself. Soon after, she landed an audition that would change her life. She didn't know it at the time, but she was stepping into a role that would define an era of television. What mattered most wasn't just the opportunity, but the timing. She had reached a point where she was close to walking away, and that moment gave her a reason to stay. It reminded her that persistence can lead to breakthroughs, even when progress feels invisible. That shift didn't erase her struggles, but it gave them meaning. It showed her that everything she had endured had been shaping her for something greater. When everything falls apart. The end of that relationship was not just a personal loss, but a public event. It unfolded under intense media attention, making it difficult for her to process the experience privately. What made it even more challenging was how the story was portrayed. Instead of focusing on the complexity of the situation, the narrative often reduced it to simple assumptions. She faced questions and judgments that overlooked her perspective. The emotional impact of the breakup was significant, but the lack of privacy made it even harder. Healing usually requires quiet and time, but she had neither. Despite this, she chose to move forward. She leaned on support systems, including therapy and close friendships, to rebuild her sense of self. It wasn't a quick process, but it was a necessary one. Through that experience, she learned the importance of protecting her inner world, even when everything around her felt exposed. Creating a life on her own terms. Today, Jennifer lives a life that reflects her values and priorities. She has built a career that continues to evolve, taking on roles that challenge and inspire her. Beyond her work, she has created a personal environment that supports her well-being. Her daily routines, friendships, and interests are all chosen with intention. She values consistency and balance, focusing on long-term health rather than short-term trends. This approach extends to every aspect of her life, from her work to her personal relationships. She has learned to set boundaries and protect her energy, ensuring that she remains grounded despite her public presence. This phase of her life is not about chasing validation, but about maintaining a sense of inner peace. A life still unfolding. Jennifer Aniston's life continues to evolve, shaped by her experiences and choices. She remains active in her career while also prioritizing her personal well-being. Her journey serves as a reminder that life doesn't have to follow a specific path to be meaningful. It's okay for things to change, to not go as planned, and to find new ways of defining happiness. What matters is the ability to adapt and keep moving forward. Her story is still being written, not by expectations or assumptions, but by her own decisions. And in that, there is something deeply inspiring. A reminder that we all have the ability to shape our own lives, no matter where we start or what we face along the way.